Oh man, finally live. I was used to go live all the time, but YouTube was made a change. Um, my account wasn't able. I still don't have very many viewers, but they must have made some changes because now I'm go live again. I'm so excited about that because I love just to sit here and chat, talk. um, and so now I can go live again and do it. What I wanted to talk about, what I've been wanting to just talk out loud about for a little while, for a couple days now. Been thinking about this a new set of stories I'm going to write. It's a series I'm going to start. Um, Years ago, decades ago, I wrote a little. I started a story about a farmer's son named Toshi Flanagan. And of course, like Muslim stories, it got shelved. And I want to resurrect it as Toshi Frankson. And it's really weird how that started on my mind because the last few weeks, this guy on second shift at work says, "Oh, there's Philip Frankson." And sort of thinking, what would it be like if someone's last name really was Frankson? Because his dad's first name was Frank. So I thought I'm gonna make it Toshi Frankson, and I've been thinking. This morning I was thinking about the actual series and different characters I want to make and different aspects of it. I want it to be the oldest son is expected to when he turns 20, um, which is the age of like adulthood or whatever. When he turns 20, to change his name, his first name, to his father's name. So, like, it would go, he's Toshi Frankson until he turns 20, and then he changes his name to Frank Toshi Frankson. And this happened to his father and his father's father and his father's father, all the way back to Francis Thorne. They were talking 200 and I think I came up with numbers. I was rambling as I was walking today, and I was thinking, I think it was 216 years ago when Francis Thorne, who was called Frank, started naming he included this surname, Frankson. And so it's tradition. And there are other people, like Toshi's best friend is named Benjamin Danielson, because his father's name was Daniel something Daniel Lawrence. So Larry, Daniel Lawrence Danielson. And so that's just something, the oldest son. And Toshi, when the stories start, I think he'll be 13, maybe 14. I mean, so he's not really a kid. He's a teenager. And he wants to move. He wants to go somewhere because his whole life he's lived on his farm, and he's only gone within like 20 miles of his home. He's gone to the other side of town to see his cousins. I mean, that kind of thing. And he wants to move. He has this nomadic spirit inside. He wants to do stuff. He wants to go on adventures. He wants to leave home. And Benji's like, no, we're good. We got a good life here. And Toshi's like, when my sisters get married, they'll move. And even little Jack, his youngest brother, little Jack is going to get to move, and he'll get to have his own line, his own name, because it's the surname is passed through the oldest son, is Frankson, And Jack will name his kid something else. His oldest kid will be something Jackson. So it's I think even little Jack's gonna get to move. No, so he wants to go on adventures and something. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen. Because I haven't like plotted out books, but I want it to be books, multiple books, and these are short, like kid books, you know, teenager books, and I want there to be 7 or 8 or 9. I mean, I want a lot in this series. Tashi Frankson and the sprinkling water, something. I wanted and something. I like that too. That's like Harry Potter. I want something like that series, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So it's Tosh Frankson and the Shiny Spring, or something. And more about this world where he lives in a country called Lemuria, which I came up in 7th grade. I invented the country of Lemuria, and it's technologically more like 19th century America. Covered wagons, horses, no electricity. That's what it's technologically like, but it's a fantasy and not high fantasy. Like there's not wizards and warlocks and magic stuff, but there's talking animals. There are other countries where the animals can talk. Like in Lemuria, there's not, but there are talking animals other places. So it's kind of like Chronicles of Narnia. Those stories where there were just some animals talked and some didn't. It was explained. It didn't have to be explained. That's what makes it young adult kid fantasy, not high fantasy, because we don't explain everything. It's I think this qualifier of the subgenre, but I need to work on this writing, but I'm kind of a lazy writer. I come up with ideas, but I don't actually write. A lot of ideas in my head for different things, different storylines, and some of them actually are comic books. I have in my head pictures of like panels for comic books, and I'm not much of an artist. I mean, I used to be, but I couldn't repeat something. When I draw a character that looks really cool, I couldn't repeat that character in different frames, so I couldn't draw comics. But I like the idea of comics, I guess, and yes.